Yo, what's up? Tony Touch right here in the Lower East Side. Shout out to Rap Grid. You know what I'm saying? We in effect chilling. Shout out to Battle MCs in the place to be. Keep doing your shit, man. Rock on.
Alright, the Saurus and Dizaster, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I spoke to Diz after Jump Off a bunch of times. And I asked him if he wanted to continue battling, but he was so mad at Cyanide. He was like, no, I did the 2-on-2s with that little pussy and I don't know. It might be a rap for me, right? So, he really didn't want to battle no more. He said the only way I'd battle is if you got me somebody like the Saurus or something, but he said it kind of like, it's never gonna happen. So I called Lush and I talked to him about it, and Lush was like, I'm gonna call Pete. It's worth a try, it's worth a try. And then Lush called me back like an hour later like, oh my fucking god, bro. Oh, the biggest battle of the century. Pete said yes. Dizaster versus Saurus.
Yeah, I remember when Lush called.
So when we called Diz back, he was like, what? I have 19 pages of rhymes for this motherfucker. Oh, let's go.
I remember when Lush called me, yeah.
Nah, I was in Lebanon when it happened.
Lush was surprised that I was like as up on you as I was, because he didn't know that I'd known you since like 03 or some shit.
We lost against J-Jack.
Since we both got jerked. I've known this fool since like 2003. We both got jerked against J-Jack in a little Santa Cruz like regional battle or some shit.
It was like a huge fucking tournament in front of all Asian crowds.
Tantrum was there, battlerap was there, and this fool ended up making the finals against J-Jack. I lost in the final 4. We were both like, you know, clearly kind of, I guess, ahead of the pack that day, especially.
We were clearly the best 2 dudes there, but we got jerked out of the game.
Yeah, because J-Jack had the shock value factor working for him of appearing like a 12-year-old, but
he really wasn't.
No, he was like 18 or 19.
At the time?
Yeah.
There's no way he was that old.
Maybe he was like 17
Because we were like fucking damn, we were like 19. Like
03? Yeah,
19,
you're right.
20 years old. So like he would, no, J-Jack was like 14 or 15 years old, bro, and he looked like he was 10.
Okay,
that's what you meant to say.
Okay, word.
He looked like he was 10,
Yeah.
so when he rapped, everybody just went crazy. He said a bunch of whack shit to us, and everyone went nuts. And you know, I did some weird controversy shit. It was like fucking.
You talked about smashing his sister.
His sister was standing there like she was hot.
She was bad.
She looked she was like light skinned, tall, like she just looked really pretty and like tits and all that in my face, and I was just standing there, and I was just like, I'm gonna smash your sister, and the crowd was like, boom! Bro, they didn't like that back then.
It was like the first glimpse I had ever gotten into what I didn't know then, but know now as the real Dizaster, of where he's just like, I'm not even, like, I'm done dissing you, mister. This whole next round, I'm gonna talk about how I want to fuck your sister.
That's exactly how it was. I can't believe you remember. This was the most incredible moment.
Like, bro, I remember it because knowing you now, like,
that's how it happened.
It was like a look. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I got like a glimpse into the future without knowing it at the time.
Dog, they got so mad. She's like, no, no, you won't. And everybody was just like, boom, bro. It was crazy. Then they set it up for him to spit his verse, right? And he goes, I said, you want to do something with my sister? Well, I gave your mother the tongue twister, and everyone's like, it's over. We got jerked out of there. You know what I mean? Like,
they went
whatever.
Shit for the tongue twister.
So when Lush called you, is that the first thing you thought about? Like, oh, I gotta battle him.
No, I was just like, oh shit, I've been up on this dude for a minute, like, cause Lush hit me like, yo, what do you think about the dude Dizaster from the WRCs? And I was like, yo, I've known him before that though. Like, it's like I feel like we didn't get to see the full Diz at WRC. You feel me? I knew, I knew that. You know what I'm saying?
It was like the WRCs for me was like having the best way I can explain it is like having a leash. Like I couldn't yell and get crazy. Like I just had a leash on me, and I had to like try to mold myself to fit into the style that they had going and had already mastered, because I was a street rapper. So that was my.
And that was my Cyanide was a weird dynamic to me.
But that was my translation, you know what I'm saying? And like that's why I could openly say like the Saurus and Ilmac and certain cats were influences for me in what direction I wanted to go in battle rap and how I, you know what I mean? Because that was the shit. Like that was the style of killing people, and that's what we were doing. So,
and I knew WRC wasn't showing him in like his full light.
Yeah, it was like it was like Diet Bashir.
Exactly. And I knew if we were given the chance, like given like the written transition and everything, if we were given the chance to put on a real show, there's nothing that's gonna restrict him, you know what I'm saying, in an a cappella format where he actually gets to write. So like, let's go.
That was the craziest
I was excited about it, you know what I'm saying? There's at the time, like there was, I guess, there were so many like expected opponents for me. You know what I'm saying? With
Who are you gonna battle?
Well, Dumb had been talked about, but then they set up like the 2-on-2.
You
the
battled him
tantrum
right
battle.
after that.
I battled him after it. Yeah, exactly. They set up the tantrum battle anyways. There was talks of even guys like Reverse. They even talked about Sat as well, or even Frankie Wapp since Jace came out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was multiple people, but I was just like, no, I like the Diz idea. You know? Yeah, I was on it immediately. As soon as Lush was like, what do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, let's get it.
I was in Lebanon when Lush called me, and I was writing bars about Lush and killing his whole family. Like, I was just writing shit like, you little fucking fuck. Like, it was just the most hateful shit, and I was in Lebanon writing it, right? And then somehow Lush gets a hold of me, and he's like, hey, I need to call you about some, I want you to come battle. But no, that's how it happened. Like, he told me, I want you to come battle, and then like we talked later on that day because of the time difference. So that time I spent
like writing for him
about him because I wanted to murder him. You know what I mean? Because we already had like some shaky shit, but he was cool with me because he was doing the host approach.
Yeah.
So then when he said, so he picks up the phone and he goes, yo, we really want you to be part of this new written like league thing that we're doing. Because, you know, writing bars and shit was new back then. So the process of writing for Pete was the first time we write full battles. We've never done that before. So it was such a crazy new, he's Greek. So I was like, new like cultural horizons. You know how I am. I love attacking cultures. That's what I do. Like, because I'm culturally advanced. You know what I mean? So the Greek thing for me was incredible right away, and obviously Saurus was a legend, so he had a lot more shit to go on besides that, you know what I mean?
The grapes together.
The grapes together is a crazy line. That was one of my best race jokes. Yeah, but so basically what I was gonna say is when he said Saurus' name, I forgot about Lush completely. Like, because when he called me, started saying, I was like, how am I gonna break this to him right now that I want to fucking snap his neck? How am I gonna tell him right now on the phone, like, you're the guy that I want to murder? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he's like, Saurus. Because he was like, you ready? You ready? I'm gonna tell your opponent, you ready?
That's such a good line.
I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna cut him off and say, look, bro, I'm trying to battle you.
What's happening?
And he's like, Saurus. And I'm like, oh, what?
You're like, I don't
what?
you anymore.
I was like, all right. Because that, at the time, that's like how I battled Cassidy in December. That's how big it was back then. Pete was.
So, getting into like the actual battle, like, just, I guess you can start it, like, just from your perspective, like what the fuck was going on when he started rapping?
Yo, it was unlike anything I had ever seen. I kind of felt like I was like a part of something that was bigger than we knew what it was at the time. Like the way his energy, no one had ever seen anything like that, like in a battle format. And especially for 3 straight rounds, it was just rapid.
And the rapid syllables, like that hadn't been
exactly. It was just crazy stacking. Like this guy had so much shit that I wasn't at all expecting from him. I was expecting a much like more, I guess, tame version, you know. But I knew that we were kind of, I knew it was gonna turn into something bigger than it was at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh shit, like whatever, regardless of whatever the outcome is today, like something big is gonna come of this is kind of how I felt about it. And obviously it did. It's fucking catapulted this guy to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Dizaster,
the assassin that he is.
Question. So like I think back then none of us really knew how to deal with YouTube comments, but I remember like I remember the comments on that video.
God.
I remember that shit being like the most commented video I'd ever seen in my life, and I knew Dizaster was like, fuck these little pussies at home.
Oh, those first comments of my existence.
Yeah.
The first comments of your existence are always the comments that drive you crazy.
Oh, for sure, because you don't know how to take.
You don't know how to take anything in the beginning because it's just
you're wrong.
Like,
and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
It's almost like it's a real confrontation in the beginning because you've never been through this, so you perceive it as if someone's in front of you telling you fuck you.
Exactly.
It's a personal attack. Like now we perceive it like your preference. Like, oh, look at this guy's opinion. What an idiot. We actually laugh at the comments now. Like they're such stupid people. Like
I enjoy it.
Like we just look at them like, oh man, you don't really have a high IQ, do you? Like, you know what I mean? Back in the day, it was like, I want to find his address. We need to set him up, get an IP address. Bro, I wanted to find fools. I'll tell you that much. I wanted to go pistol whipping people and everything, bro. I wanted to just fucking do shit to people, bro. I wanted to find them. No, I was so angry, bro.
So, what do you think was his best line in the battle, and what do you think his best?
He just said it.
The grapes together line was the best for sure. You know what wasn't the best was the novelist.
He still hates that one.
That's a terrible
cock swallowing novelist. It's not even a line. It's just
No,
like
it's
a.
bad. It's just,
like a
it was
word.
just
It's a
multi-stacking.
made up. It's a made up word. His best line for me, I don't know. What?
Don't get too close, Tony Cooper.
That was hilarious. Oh, you know what? You look like the Jonas Brothers boned each other.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. Or like there was a bunch of shit, bro. Like every member of the Jonas Brothers boned each other. How was it? He had another one. I forgot what it was.
Nothing happens when you mess with the Zoe.
That was amazing. Yeah, I think we learned from your last session with No-Can. Nothing happens when you mess with the Zohan. Because that movie was relatively new back then. Now nobody would even know what it is, but that shit was relatively
Remember
new.
you was about to start some round and you was like, wait a minute, I just want everybody to know he showed up to the battle with a little orange underneath.
Oh, that was amazing.
I think that was the beginning.
That was his first line.
You know,
He's like,
you know what that was?
He goes. A lot of people go around saying Thesaurus is undefeated until he showed up to the battle wearing the black shirt with a little orange underneath it.
That shit made me laugh.
Yo, what the fuck was I thinking when I...
No, that's a neat watch. What is that, a G-Shock?
No, but listen,
the best.
the
That shit
reason
was so
made me
good.
laugh.
The reason why that was the beginning of my humor mimicking of human beings, like in battle rap, like of me taking someone's personality and their voice and applying it into it.
Oh yeah,
because the whole thing was like
he like said it.
the
like
Saurus is undefeated until he came to the battle with a little orange underneath it.
Wearing the
Like so,
black
it's supposed to go with his type of mannerisms. And as if I'm trying to say that he thinks he's tough because he has orange underneath his shirt, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like it was a weird way of me starting to like trying to like mimic people's characters and put them in situations. You know what I mean? Now I do it to
I
everybody.
thought he was just clowning on your outfit.
That's what I thought too.
No, it was deeper than the outfit. It was kind of like it was kind of just like a personal attack to him that I didn't even want the crowd to know. Like I just wanted him to be like, ha.
I was. Oh hell yeah! That shit was funny, bro.
It was. It was.
That shit was hell.
So Dizaster won, but that was back when Dizaster was like, yo. I said, yo.
Sloppiest shit ever, yeah.
Yeah, like, were you like, how the fuck did he win? Or were you kind of like...
I thought I got jerked, for sure. I still to this day know that I beat him. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. And any rational human being will tell you the same.
Liz, were you like, holy shit, I won, even though I fucked up?
No, look, honestly, like
Give
when
it up for those last 4 bars, you remember?
I was really worried about him doing that type of shit. Like that's like the shit that like he beats the shit out of people with, like just the side shit. Like, and I learned how to become crazy at that too. If you notice, even in the dumbfounded battle on the weekend, he said something. I've seen that coming from a mile away. I was like, yeah, but you don't see anything else in life. The shit that
definition.
It's the shit that Ilmac told him. We're sick of your fucking side conversational. That's what Ilmac was telling him in the battle because Pete is so good at that. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
So,
really though, man?
you know what? As y'all sitting here talking about it, I kind of feel like this Dizaster was like the villain. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I feel like,
oh my god,
all the white people wanted to crucify him.
but I feel like,
Who
is this dude, bro? Fuck this dude, bro.
you know what I'm saying?
I was Leonidas, bro. He was Xerxes. Like,
Yeah, I was Xerxes to the I was just that Persian fucking. I'm the towelhead that came up there to the bay, and it was back then. They had their whole little Francos, like 10 Francos standing next to each other. That they all looked the same to me. I never liked that dude.
You want to know what? I kind of feel like in a perfect world for him to step into that role and be Dizaster, he had to go in there.
that was the perfect setting for him to do it.
He had to questionably beat you. People had to be mad at him.
Bro,
he had to embrace it.
I honestly think it happened like the perfect fucking way. It really did.
I remember Borat being mad after I beat you.
Yeah.
Borat.
Were you mad? Were you like, I was undefeated before this?
No, I just thought, I was like, damn, I got jerked, but whatever, time to party. You know what I'm saying? I always look at the events like it's all, I want to have a good time afterwards and get fucked up and kick it, you know?
So, and as far
I've
as
lost plenty of battles before then.
That's the difference between the West Coast mentality and East Coast mentality. Because the East Coast, you lose once, your career is over. The West Coast,
I've lost before that day, you feel me? Like, people had beat me before then, Iron beat me before then. It's, I had battles, I had 100 battles at that point. I'd taken enough L's to where it's like, I have enough humility to like keep moving forward no matter what, you know what I'm saying?
So as far as like historical relevance and just where it sits on the all-time battle list, like where would y'all say that battle's place in the Hall of Fame is?
Hey, it's just
I think it's more, the battle maybe is more significant than it is like a high quality battle.
No,
As
it's
far
more
as
significant than it'll ever appear or that you could
As
prove.
far as like
You can't
material goes and shit, obviously we both, that wasn't either of like our peak as far as our material goes. And it was still a format we were getting comfortable with and sort of honing ourselves as writers and trying to like write like more of a, I guess, a story type of narrative as opposed to just freestyle battle bars, you know? But
so
the
crazy,
significance of the battle, especially, you know, like being like what it was the starting point for this guy, that's what like brings the impact to it, really. You know, that's where it would be held in the high regard.
Yeah,
sure.
It was definitely my shit. And
because, like you said, he came to the Bay against the Golden Child, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck,
as the outside villain, and he came solo. You know what I'm saying? Like a savage, just comes up solo. I mean, there was a couple LA heads there, but he didn't. You know, it's not like he like cruised up with dumb.
No,
and
I didn't bring no gang members or nothing like that. I didn't bring no gangsters, nothing.
You and Sat and Dumb just on the way up.
All I had was Dumb. I didn't have no goons, nothing.
Yeah.
It was just me.
Yeah.
There was no need for that back then. Like, you know what I mean?
We good?
It's a fucking nerdy environment.
You have one.
The battle rap nightmare is like, I'm the headliner at Summer Madness and they boo me every round. Or like, I forget my shit first round and can't remember any of my other rounds.
I just think Patch Day has the ability to cross over. I think Patch Day is dope.